guys, I'm here tonight to tell you guys a story. I believe that humanity has created some truly wonderful things in its lifetime. I mean, just tonight, we launched a second mission to the moon, Artemis 2. However, what I think is the most understandable demonstration of humanity's excellence is none other than the humble chocolate chip cookie. Y'all like chocolate cookies? Raise your hands if you guys like chocolate chip cookies, huh? And nice, I should see everyone's hands in the air right now. These things are great. Now, let's see. I can't see you very well with the little man in the front. Yeah, you. What's your favorite part of a chocolate chip cookie? Oh, like the actual cookie part. Oh, thank you so much. The actual cookie part, yeah? So the actual cookie part, if you guys didn't know, is made mostly of butter. And butter, very uniquely, actually comes from one of the first civilizations of mankind in the Mesopotamian river valley, right? These civilizations were formed over 12,000 years ago. And let's talk about my favorite part, the chocolate chunks. Chocolate originates from the plant cacao, which was first cultivated in Mesoamerica by the Olmec people. They used it to create a bitter, spiced drink, and they passed that tradition down to the Mayan and the Aztec peoples as well. When Europeans came to the New World, they brought the drink back with them and added sugar to make it sweet. And eventually, they turned it into a solid, which is where we get chocolate bars from today. And finally, let's talk about sugar, the most important part. Sugar actually was first cultivated by more than 600 ethnic groups of Melanesian Papuans in Papua New Guinea, and it eventually moved to India, where it was turned into the sugar crystals we know today. Now, just with 3 ingredients, butter, chocolate, and sugar, we've talked about the Olmec culture, the Mayan culture, the Aztec culture, the Papua New Guinean culture. That's not even counting the Americans who first made the chocolate chip cookie. And this is why I believe that chocolate chip cookies are an excellent example of the importance of cultural diversity in our society. Unfortunately, cultural diversity is something many people look down upon. Humanity has a very nasty history of hating other peoples. If you look at any group of humans on Earth, they've probably done something bad to another group of humans. My example is pretty much all of world conflicts. And the reason for this is rooted in our psychology. Our species began 300,000 years ago. And back then, we were split up into small groups of hunter-gatherers, fighting desperately to survive. Modern civilization only emerged as we know it 12,000 years ago with the rise of the Mesopotamian river valley civilizations. Now, something very important that I'd like you guys to take away from this is such that when we were hunter-gatherers, we needed to fight for survival, right? And that meant conserving resources for our small groups instead of other groups. So evolution saw fit to give us some psychological mechanisms to help us do this. And what this is recognizing an in-group and an out-group. The in-group consists of all the people who look like us, who share the same culture as us, who speak the same language as us. We consider them family. However, the out-group is everyone that's different. And we are predisposed to hate this out-group. People who are different than us, we have hard times understanding them, empathizing with them, and understanding where they're coming from. And I think that's a terrible thing, because no longer are we a group of hunter-gatherers who are just struggling to survive. We have civilization, music, technology, we even have chocolate chip cookies, right? And that is why I believe that instead of rejecting difference, we should embrace difference. Now, I'll explain this with a story. So, I'm part of a robotics team, and 2 years ago, parts of my robotics team brought me to Milpitas, and they had me try for the first time a dish called samosa chan. It was a life-changing experience. If you guys haven't tried it, I recommend you do. And that's something that was different for me. I'd never had it before, but it was wonderful. It was this wonderful mix of just smooth samosa and like this tangy sauce. Okay, the talk is about food, but I want you guys to understand that difference is what makes our world so wonderful. I'll tell you another example. When I started middle school, K-pop was really into fashion, right? And there was this whole stigma around K-pop that, oh, it was just something that different people liked, right? And I bought into that stigma. I thought K-pop was stupid. But then, my friends in middle school, they sat me down in the chair, they forced me to listen to something. I was like, hey, that's not too bad. And now I can't imagine studying without at least one Le Sserafim song on my playlist. So, what I want you guys to take away from this is that diversity is a wonderful thing. Cultural difference is a wonderful thing. And I want you guys to help improve the world right now by simply saying yes. If you're going to try that new restaurant that maybe has a cuisine you've never tried before, say yes. Go try it. It might end up being really good. If you guys are encouraged to try a different kind of music, do that. It might be good. Because cultural diversity shapes our world. I mean, even the auditorium we're in right now was borrowed from the Greek and Roman cultures, amphitheaters. So ultimately, I want you guys to accept diversity, accept difference. Because when you do, you might just discover the world's next chocolate chip cookie. Thank you.
Okay, that wraps it up for tonight. Thank you everyone for coming. This has been a pleasure to host it, especially with all the students. They've worked really hard on it. And I hope you came away with something different tonight. There was a lot of different topics. I learned something about redshifting to cookies, and feel free to spread the word. We'll be hosting another event sometime around next year, but for now, just thank you for all for coming.
அதனால லாஸ்ட் மட்டும் சொல்கிறான் Is it on? Oh, it is on.